20 bands from the 1970s that deserve more appreciation. The 1970s was an electrifying decade bursting with rock legends. But what about the hidden gems that history overlooked? Prepare to uncover the forgotten bands whose groundbreaking music influenced iconic artists and reshaped rock forever. It's time to shine a light on the unsung heroes who rocked just as hard, yet never got their due. Let's rediscover them. April Wine. Let's discuss a group that truly deserves recognition among Canada's finest rock acts, April Wine. This wasn't a band that appeared briefly then faded away. They laid down strong musical roots in the 1970s, setting the stage for their later mainstream breakthrough. In the early days, the Henman brothers played an important role, but things really started cooking when Miles Goodwin stepped in. With his incredible talent as a vocalist, guitarist, and keyboard player, Goodwin energized the band's sound. Their big moment came with their 1972 album On Record, which established their reputation across North America. Throughout the 70s, they steadily built momentum, reaching their peak success with the albums First Glance in 1978 and Harder, Faster in 1979. Sure, their best-known hit might be 1981's Just Between You and Me, off the Nature of the Beast album, but the groundwork was firmly laid during those essential years of the 1970s. April Wine sharpened their musicianship, crafted a distinct style blending powerful rock riffs with memorable melodies, and attracted devoted fans through tireless touring and creative innovation. Never shy about taking chances, April Wine mixed blues influences, progressive rock flair, and catchy pop hooks into their music. This versatility brought them widespread appeal, matched by electrifying live performances and Goodwin's unforgettable stage charisma. Badfinger. The story of Badfinger is undeniably tragic, a classic tale of extraordinary talent overshadowed by heartbreak. In the mid-1960s, this promising Welsh band caught the attention of music insiders, some even boldly labeling them as the next Beatles. Such expectations weren't far-fetched, especially since Badfinger was the first group to sign with the Beatles' Apple Records in 1968. For a brief moment, the hype seemed justified. Badfinger captured global audiences with irresistibly catchy hits like Come and Get It, No Matter What, Day After Day, and Baby Blue. Their songs combined memorable melodies, polished harmonies, and an impressive fusion of rock energy with pop charm. Yet behind the spotlight, trouble brewed. After Apple Records fell apart, Badfinger became entangled in devastating financial and legal struggles. These complications, alongside growing internal conflict, deeply affected the band members. Tragically, singer Pete Ham, the songwriter who helped define much of their musical identity, passed away in 1975. The tragedy deepened when guitarist and bassist Tom Evans also passed away in 1983. Drummer Mike Gibbons died of a brain aneurysm in 2005, leaving guitarist Joey Molland as the sole surviving member of the classic lineup. Badfinger's painful history serves as a sobering, cautionary tale about the music industry's darker side. Despite their immense talent and early success, they couldn't escape the pressures and turmoil of fame. Nevertheless, their timeless power pop continues to resonate deeply, celebrating their musical legacy. Blue Oyster Cult. Blue Oyster Cult might have gained fame from Don't Fear the Reaper and that legendary Saturday Night Live cowbell sketch, but there's far more depth to this band than just one iconic moment. They were true storytellers, crafting hard rock music filled with vivid tales and imaginative themes. They weren't simply a flash-in-the-pan group, they consistently produced powerful rock classics. Tracks like Burnin' For You and Godzilla proved their skill at combining heavy riffs with intriguing lyrics that took listeners on incredible journeys beyond ordinary reality. Though other bands of their era often dominated the charts, Blue Oyster Cult found their own special space in rock history. They embraced creativity and weren't scared to explore themes like science fiction, ancient myths, and even mysterious occult lore. Listening to their albums felt like embarking on epic adventures, filled with detailed compositions and lyrics that made you stop and think. Even if mainstream success sometimes eluded them, Blue Oyster Cult's impact on hard rock and metal music remains undeniable. Influential groups such as Alice in Chains and Metallica openly acknowledge them as key inspirations, highlighting their innovative ability to combine muscular rock energy with thoughtful, imaginative storytelling. The Sweet. With an impressive run of Billboard Top 10 hits like Little Willie, The Ballroom Blitz, Fox on the Run, and Love is Like Oxygen. The Sweet was undeniably a powerhouse of 1970s glam rock. They influenced countless artists, from Duran Duran to Mötley Crüe and even Guns N' Roses. Yet, when we talk about glam rock legends, the Sweet often gets overshadowed by bigger names like David Bowie, New York Dolls, or T-Rex. The band's musical journey in the 70s showed remarkable growth. Starting out with sugary pop singles perfectly suited for early glam sparkle, they gradually transformed their style into a heavier, guitar-centered sound. This evolution moved them from bubblegum pop territory firmly into hard rock, showcasing their range and maturity. Their remarkable versatility was proof of their incredible talent and openness to experimentation. The Sweet effortlessly crafted catchy melodies while still unleashing fierce, electrifying guitar work. Their live performances became legendary events, filled with theatrics, high energy, and a playful spirit that fans couldn't resist. Yet despite their chart success and lasting impact, the Sweet is often left behind when glam rock's history is written. While Bowie, the Dolls, and T-Rex deserve their status as glam icons, the Sweet should also be remembered for playing a crucial role in defining glam's sound, energy, and enduring style. UFO, a band famous for featuring legendary players like Vinnie Moore, Pete Way, Bernie Marsden, Michael Schenker, Paul Raymond, and Ainsley Dunbar, never quite reached the top of the mainstream charts, but their influence on heavy metal and hard rock is enormous. They connected the early days of heavy rock with the explosive new wave of British metal that swept through the late 70s and early 80s. Though they might not be widely known by casual fans, UFO built their legacy on electrifying riffs, powerful vocals, and relentless energy that captivated rock lovers worldwide. Classics like Lights Out and Doctor Doctor remain beloved staples on classic rock stations, influencing generations of musicians who followed. Their style combined gritty hard rock attitude with the intensity of early metal. Michael Schenker's fiery guitar solos defined their sound, complemented perfectly by Phil Mogg's instantly recognizable voice. UFO truly came alive on stage. Their live shows were known for incredible musicianship, raw passion, and high-octane performances. The 1979 release of their iconic live album, Strangers in the Night, was a defining moment. It captured UFO at their absolute peak, showcasing their skill, dynamic stage presence, and powerful connection with the audience. Still praised as one of rock's greatest live recordings, it underscores their importance in shaping heavy music. UFO's musical DNA can be heard clearly in bands they inspired, including Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, and Saxon. Their unique blend of melodic hard rock and metal helped set the stage for the entire new wave of British heavy metal. Though UFO never achieved the commercial fame of some contemporaries, their innovative spirit and lasting influence made them true rock pioneers. Their music still resonates today, securing their rightful place among rock's most significant bands. Which of these bands rocked your bell-bottoms off, or did we totally miss your favorite unsung hero? Hawkwind. Trying to pin Hawkwind to just one musical style is nearly impossible. It's like grabbing air. Their music blended everything from hard rock, acid rock, and progressive rock to psychedelic sounds and early punk vibes. They were true trailblazers, constantly exploring new musical frontiers and crafting experiences that felt cosmic. Beginning with their self-titled first album in 1970, Hawkwind went on a creative whirlwind through the decade, producing 8 additional studio albums, each showcasing their limitless imagination. Amazingly, their musical journey hasn't stopped. They released a fresh album as recently as 2021. Though they did score a few hits in the 70s, like the energetic Silver Machine and the provocative Urban Gorilla, their popularity mostly stayed in Europe. Yet their musical impact crossed oceans, influencing American bands such as Ministry and Black Flag, who admired Hawkwind's daring experimentation. Listening to Hawkwind was like entering an unknown world. Their songs often revolved around science fiction themes, fantasy adventures, and psychedelic visions. Live performances weren't just concerts, they were sensory journeys, complete with immersive visuals and hypnotic sounds. Their music typically featured long, improvisational stretches, mesmerizing beats, and expansive instrumental solos. Over the years, Hawkwind saw many gifted musicians come and go, including legends like Lemmy Kilmister, Ginger Baker, and Nick Turner. Each artist left their personal imprint, continuously reshaping the band's ever-changing musical identity. The Guess Who? The Guess Who are rock legends in their native Canada, best remembered around the world for their 1970 smash hit, American Woman. This song perfectly captured the spirit of its time, becoming a defining anthem for an entire generation. Though they started making music in the late 1960s, their most powerful and productive era came in the 70s, when they released 10 studio albums packed with catchy melodies and excellent songwriting. Their music mixed hard-rocking guitars, pop-friendly melodies, and just enough psychedelic flavor to set them apart. Burton Cummings' soulful, powerful vocals and Randy Bachman's brilliant guitar work gave the Guess Who their unmistakable sound, creating songs that connected deeply with audiences far beyond Canada's borders. Beyond their iconic American Woman, the Guess Who delivered many unforgettable hits that still dominate classic rock playlists. Tracks like No Time, These Eyes, Undone, and Share the Land showcased their talent for creating songs with timeless hooks and relatable lyrics, loved by fans even today. The band's influence on Canadian music is huge. They were among the first Canadian bands to find global fame, blazing a trail for countless artists who followed. Their songs are woven into Canada's cultural identity, and their legacy as one of the nation's most influential groups is undisputed. Yet despite their major impact on rock history, the Guess Who still haven't earned a spot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Many fans find this frustrating, believing strongly that their musical contributions deserve recognition alongside the greatest rock bands of all time. Little Feat. Little Feat, created by the visionary Lowell George alongside keyboard wizard Bill Payne, wasn't a band you could neatly label. Starting in 1969, they crafted a musical blend unlike any other, effortlessly combining rock, country, blues, and jazz into something fresh and deeply engaging. Though they never reached the heights of pop superstardom, Little Feat built a dedicated fan base through 8 standout albums released between 1971 and 1979. Their listeners admired the band's exceptional musicianship, creativity, and fearless experimentation. Even rock royalty like Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin openly praised their originality and artistic talent. Exploring Little Feat's catalog feels like traveling across America's musical landscape. Lowell George's rich voice and signature slide guitar set the soulful tone, while Bill Payne's dynamic keys added complexity and color. The rhythm section, driven by Roy Estrada's solid bass lines and Richie Hayward's rhythmic finesse, provided grooves both tight and intricate, making their sound irresistible. Little Feat also left a lasting mark by inspiring younger artists who followed. Notably, the Chicks, originally the Dixie Chicks, borrowed their name from Little Feat's catchy 1973 hit, Dixie Chicken. This infectious tune became a beloved concert favorite for both groups, showcasing Little Feat's timeless ability to bridge musical styles and generations alike. Montrose. Montrose is often known as the band that introduced the world to Sammy Hagar, and that's certainly fair. His explosive voice dominated their first 2 albums, 1973's Montrose and 1974's Paper Money, and undeniably shaped their distinctive sound. Yet, reducing Montrose to just Sammy Hagar misses the incredible contributions of other band members who made them stand out in the crowded 70s rock scene. Ronnie Montrose himself, the gifted guitarist who lent his name to the group, was a true trailblazer. His fiery solos and razor-sharp riffs combined bluesy soulfulness with pure hard rock intensity. Bassist Alan Fitzgerald, who later rose to prominence with Night Ranger, quietly anchored the band's music, providing a steady yet inventive rhythmic backbone. Tracks like Bad Motor Scooter, Rock Candy, and I Got the Fire embody the thrilling energy Montrose brought to rock music. These songs delivered driving rhythms, catchy hooks, and powerful guitar work, perfectly capturing the excitement and raw intensity of their live performances. Decades later, they remain beloved anthems among rock enthusiasts. Though Montrose undoubtedly served as a springboard for individual talent, their collective achievements during the 1970s deserve full recognition. Their pioneering fusion of gritty blues and muscular rock laid the groundwork for countless bands that followed in their footsteps. Nazareth. Even dedicated classic rock fans might be amazed to find out that Nazareth, Scotland's iconic hard rock band, has put out more than 20 albums over their long career. Starting from their first album in 1971 all the way up to their latest in 2022, Nazareth has consistently shown incredible dedication to their music and their devoted audience. Sure, their best-known tracks remain the powerhouse hit Hair of the Dog and the unforgettable ballad Love Hurts, both from their hugely successful 1975 album. But the story of Nazareth is so much richer than these familiar tunes. Their impressive staying power and lasting popularity deserve far more recognition. Despite frequent lineup changes, Nazareth has remained faithful to their roots, sticking with their powerful hard rock style while also adapting as music evolved. This flexibility helped them build a strong, multi-generational fan base who connect deeply with their songs. Nazareth's sound blends gritty blues with high-energy rock and infectious melodies. There's an authentic rawness in their music, striking an emotional chord with listeners. From the relentless guitar riffs of Hair of the Dog to the sincere emotion of Love Hurts, Nazareth's tracks feel timeless, unaffected by shifting musical trends. Their endless touring schedule took their explosive live performances around the globe, earning them a reputation for intense, passionate concerts that fans still rave about today. Got a band in mind that makes you scream, "How are they not in the Hall of Fame?" Let us know. Off-Broadway. Off-Broadway's first album, fittingly named On from 1979, remains proof of a band that truly deserved wider acclaim than they ever received. Hailing from Chicago's suburbs, this talented group offered a compelling combination of energetic rock riffs and infectious melodies that easily could have carried them to fame. Though primarily beloved on the local scene, Off-Broadway did break into the Billboard Hot 100 charts with their irresistibly catchy song, Stay in Time. Yet, beyond this brief national attention, their album On contains plenty of overlooked tracks that reveal the depth of their talent. One hidden gem is Full Moon Turn My Head Around, a favorite at their live shows. With its punchy rhythm, powerful vocals, and unforgettable guitar licks, the track perfectly encapsulates the pure rock and roll heart of Off-Broadway. Unfortunately, their moment in the sun was all too short. After releasing just one more album, the group called it quits, leaving behind a musical legacy that's rarely appreciated or mentioned in discussions of classic 1970s rock bands. Poco. Rising from the ashes of Buffalo Springfield, Richie Furay and Jim Messina came together to form Poco in the late 1960s. Their aim was ambitious, a fresh musical style that combined elements of folk, mellow rock, and country, soon known as country rock. Starting with their first album, Pickin' Up the Pieces, released in 1969, Poco entered a remarkably productive period, putting out 10 studio albums throughout the 1970s. Although they scored a modest hit with Crazy Love in 1978, cracking Billboard's top 20, Poco's story was mostly about steady creativity rather than big chart successes. Still, Poco's contribution to the music world can't be ignored. They were genuine trailblazers, instrumental in shaping country rock and opening doors for other Southern California acts to reach greater fame. Their influence was especially felt by bands like the Eagles, who even included former Poco members Randy Meisner and Timothy B. Schmidt in their lineup. While Poco might not have matched the commercial achievements of their peers, their legacy lies in their musical innovation and lasting influence. They carved a new path, blending genres in ways that inspired countless musicians and shaped the sound of generations to come. Budgie. Bursting from Wales's energetic music landscape, Budgie was a powerhouse trio that significantly shaped the new wave of British heavy metal. Throughout the 1970s, they delivered relentless, guitar-driven rock across 7 studio albums. Though their fame was mainly confined to Europe during their peak, their lasting legacy became clearer in the 1980s, when they inspired one of metal's greatest acts, Metallica. Metallica showed deep respect for Budgie by covering 2 standout songs, 1973's Bread Fan and 1974's Crash Course in Brain Surgery. Bread Fan especially took on new life in Metallica's live performances, fueling wild crowds and highlighting Budgie's energetic songwriting. Budgie's style was a fiery combination of blues, hard rock, and progressive rock. Their music featured intense guitar riffs, explosive drumming, and the powerful voice of Burke Shelley. Unafraid of experimentation, Budgie often incorporated shifting tempos and complex arrangements, making their songs both sophisticated and fiercely heavy. While they didn't gain the massive fame some bands achieved, Budgie's impact on heavy metal can't be overstated. They set the stage for countless metal bands that followed, influencing the thrash metal revolution of the 1980s and beyond. Their bold musical approach opened new doors, resonating through decades of heavy music. REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon often brings to mind their iconic 80s pop rock ballads like Keep On Loving You and I Can't Fight This Feeling. But long before those chart toppers, REO was a serious force in the hard rock scene of the 1970s, driven by the blazing guitar talents of Gary Richrath. In their early days, REO Speedwagon created gritty, blues-soaked rock that sometimes slipped beneath the radar compared to bigger arena rock acts. Yet listeners who explored their earlier work discovered a band with undeniable intensity and a real gift for crafting powerful rock songs. Standout tracks such as Music Man, Ridin' the Storm Out, Golden Country, and Flying Turkey Trot demonstrated REO's hard rock chops. These songs featured dynamic rhythms, passionate vocals, and Richrath's fiery guitar solos, which combined raw blues influences with aggressive rock energy. Their live shows during this period were truly unforgettable. Known for electrifying performances, REO embodied the spirit of 70s rock, connecting deeply with fans through pure musical energy and stage charisma. To fully appreciate REO Speedwagon's power in the 1970s, there's no better example than their explosive 1977 live album, Live You Get What You Play For. This recording perfectly captures the band at their energetic peak, proving their genuine rock credentials and their impressive ability to deliver thrilling performances. Royce. While Royce might always be best known for their legendary hit Car Wash, which dominated the Billboard charts in 1976 and became a pop culture staple, their true musical story stretches far beyond just one track. This soulful Los Angeles group was loaded with talent and had an impressive ability to craft grooves that deserve much more appreciation. Listeners who dig deeper than Car Wash will discover a wealth of hidden treasures. Take their romantic ballad, I Wanna Get Next to You, also released in 1976. This smooth, soulful tune reached the top 10, proving the band had staying power beyond just one catchy anthem. Their popularity didn't stop at America's shores. Across the pond, the beautifully melodic Wishing on a Star earned Royce a dedicated fan base in the UK, becoming another top 10 hit. This success highlighted their talent for heartfelt lyrics, lush vocal harmonies, and universal appeal. Royce's sound perfectly captured the essence of the 70s, blending elements of R&B, funk, disco, and soul into a style uniquely their own. Their music frequently appeared in movies and TV shows, further embedding them into the fabric of pop culture. Though Car Wash remains their signature song, Royce's legacy is far deeper and richer. They were gifted musicians and songwriters who created timeless grooves and soulful classics that continue to captivate fans worldwide. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't hesitate to hit the like button below. If there's anything we can improve, take a moment to leave a comment. We're always looking to get better. Thanks so much! The Runaways. The Runaways, famous for launching the rock careers of Joan Jett and Lita Ford and delivering the unforgettable anthem Cherry Bomb, deserve recognition as groundbreaking trailblazers who tore down barriers for women in hard rock. Yet, despite their significant impact, they remain surprisingly underappreciated, especially considering how much they changed rock history. Interestingly, the Runaways achieved greater fame overseas, particularly in Japan, than they did back home in America. Their fierce, rebellious style and electrifying live performances connected deeply with Japanese fans who embraced them enthusiastically as rock idols. Their brief yet intense 2-year career saw them release 4 albums, but ultimately their rapid rise led to burnout and internal struggles. Their youthful drive fueled their creativity but also contributed to their quick collapse. Since their breakup, the Runaways have slowly gotten the credit they deserve, with documentaries and films highlighting their crucial role in opening doors for future generations of female rockers. Still, it's unfortunate they didn't get the recognition they truly earned while active. The Runaways weren't just another rock band. They boldly challenged gender norms and showed the world that women could be just as powerful, rebellious, and loud as their male counterparts. Their music combined hard rock intensity with punk attitude and glam style, perfectly capturing their defiant spirit and determination to rewrite the rules. The Ides of March. Many classic rock listeners might only know the Ides of March for their hit Vehicle, but calling them just another one-hit wonder misses the true scope of their talent. Originating from the Chicago suburbs, this groundbreaking band offered much more than a single memorable tune. Fronted by the gifted Jim Peterick, who'd later gained fame with Survivor, the Ides of March made waves across the Midwest with a unique fusion of rock intensity and vibrant horn sections, setting them apart from other bands of their era. Digging deeper beyond their famous hit, you'll uncover brilliant tracks like Superman and L.A. Goodbye. These songs highlight their impressive range and songwriting skills, mixing gritty guitars, passionate vocals, and standout horn arrangements into a truly distinct sound. Between 1970 and 1973, the Ides of March produced 4 diverse studio albums, each reflecting their willingness to explore new musical territory. They boldly experimented with different styles. Blues, jazz, and even touches of progressive rock found their way into the mix. Though national fame eluded them, the Ides of March left a lasting legacy in the Midwest. Known for lively concerts and catchy, powerful tunes, they built a dedicated fan base that still celebrates their unforgettable combination of rock energy and brassy brilliance. The Sylvers. The Sylvers, a vibrant family band from Watts, California, might just be the most underrated R&B group of the 1970s. Featuring up to 9 siblings at a time, many taking turns on vocals, the Sylvers delivered a catchy, soulful blend of funk, pop, and R&B that deserved much more attention from music lovers. From 1972 to 1979, the group recorded 8 studio albums filled with tight harmonies, energetic rhythms, and undeniable grooves. Their music was upbeat and full of youthful exuberance, drawing listeners in with irresistible melodies and dance-friendly beats. While they're best remembered for their disco-era classic Boogie Fever, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 in 1976, The Sylvers were far more than just a one-hit wonder. Tracks like Hotline and High School Dance, both top 20 hits, showed their talent for crafting soulful, hook-filled songs that appealed to a broad audience. Their music captured the essence of their tight-knit family dynamic, showcasing polished vocal harmonies and coordinated dance moves that reflected years of performing together. Watching them on stage, you couldn't help but feel their joy and infectious energy. Yet despite their talent and chart success, the Sylvers often slipped through the cracks in the story of 70s R&B. Perhaps their ever-changing lineup made it tough to establish a clear identity, or maybe their versatile style didn't neatly fit into one musical category. But whatever the reason, the Sylvers deserve a fresh listen and deeper appreciation. Their songs remain joyful, vibrant, and full of life, a true hidden treasure waiting to be rediscovered. Wishbone Ash. Wishbone Ash, a band that lasted an impressive 5 decades and produced more than 20 albums, might not be instantly recognizable to casual listeners, but their influence on the hard rock scene runs deeper than most people realize. From their beginnings in 1970 up until their final record in 2020, Wishbone Ash continually expanded the limits of rock guitar, inspiring some of music's most celebrated bands along the way. At the core of their distinctive sound was the groundbreaking twin guitar partnership of Andy Powell and Ted Turner. Their seamless interplay was dazzling, weaving together elements of blues, progressive rock, folk, and jazz into something completely fresh. This innovative guitar style became their trademark and had a profound impact on guitarists who came after them. Although Wishbone Ash never hit the heights of mainstream fame, their contributions to the evolution of hard rock are immense. Legendary groups like Iron Maiden, Van Halen, and Lynyrd Skynyrd have all pointed to Wishbone Ash as a key influence, praising their pioneering twin-lead guitar style and the impressive depth of their musicianship. Dead Boys. The Dead Boys, fronted by the infamous Stiv Bators, were an explosive presence in America's early punk rock scene. With their albums Young, Loud, and Snotty from 1977 and We Have Come for Your Children, in 1978 they perfectly captured punk's intense spirit and rebellious energy. They might not have gained the widespread fame enjoyed by bands like the Ramones or the Stooges, but no one could question their authenticity. The Dead Boys embodied the true essence of punk, embracing chaos and defiance. Their concerts became legendary events largely due to Bator's wild unpredictability and the band's furious musical delivery. Central to their lasting legacy is the anthem Sonic Reducer. This song has stood the test of time, covered by artists as diverse as Pearl Jam and Guns N' Roses, proving its enduring place as a definitive punk statement. Their music was aggressive, confrontational, and stripped down to its bare essentials, fueled by blistering guitars, pounding drums, and Bator's gritty, snarling voice. The lyrics never held back, boldly capturing the anger and isolation felt by many young people at the time. Although their run was brief, the Dead Boys profoundly influenced punk rock. Their raw, relentless approach inspired generations of bands who embraced the same fierce attitude and fearless energy. They played with passion, lived on the edge, and always left audiences stunned. Think we missed a band that deserves more love? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, check out the rest of the series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share Past Not Past with a fellow music fan. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.